Hello and welcome. My name is Unhelkar and I'm presenting to you non-functional requirements. Not that we have to capture those requirements, they are given to us as developers. But more often than not, I have found in my practice that the non-functional or operational requirements get ignored or get considered much later in the software development lifecycle. Now, UML, with all its use cases and activity diagrams and class and sequence and state and implementation level diagrams, helps us put together an excellent solution, but not necessarily operationalize the solution. So what we mean by operationalization is taking a software solution after it is fully developed and deploying it. When we talked about deployment diagrams in the previous module, which are the only hardware diagram in UML, we were really saying that we want to make this system operational by incorporating thoughts about the hardware on which it will be deployed. So operational requirements are requirements of the system when the system is in operation. Now obviously it does not require a flowchart. It's not a business process. I'll give you an example. We model customer withdraws cash. We can create a use case, actors, activity diagrams around it. We can do all good things and produce a piece of software that enables a customer to withdraw cash, or in an electronic transfer example, to move cash from one account to another. At no point during the UML based process we worry about how many customers will withdraw cash. We don't worry about how many will be withdrawing or transferring cash between, say, 12 in the afternoon and 2 p.m. on a Christmas Eve. So those are not functional requirements. Plan for 500,000 customers. Volume. The system should have a 3-second response time. Performance. The standard colors of the system in the background should be light blue. Usability. Now these are all important aspects of a system that make it successful, but they are all non-functional. So I've given you examples of performance, scalability, security. For example, encryption and the level of encryption required is not going to be modeled with any UML diagrams that I know of. How the system should be available 24/7, then there are of course costs associated with that. The operating systems or the platforms, the volume, the reliability, the environment, and the legal consideration, and the overall usability. I have also grouped them into two parts: constraints, which are limitations, and quality, which is the needs of the business. So quality example is the business says, I want a 3-second response time. And the constraint is, nope, we have got so much bandwidth, so you can't have 3-second response time. So that is a balancing act. And to make our program our software solution successful, we need to consider these requirements right at the beginning of a software development lifecycle. So I've given description of non-functional requirements at various levels. Some are organizational level, project level, at the system level, then at a business process level, use case level, and at the data level, and anywhere else in between. So please note, when I say at a process or a use case level, it's not the process flow, it's the performance and volume and scalability associated with the process. So obviously it depends on the hardware, on the network, on the bandwidth, and on so many other things. Security does remain a very important non-functional requirement. Not how many times a user is allowed to log in. That's a behavior. That's a functionality. So in short, anything that you can put in a flowchart as a process is functional, and the rest of the requirements are non-functional or operational, and you need to consider them in order to make your solution a successful solution. And although we have discussed these later in this study, but these requirements need to be considered in practice right at the start of your software development cycle, and that will make your quality of your solution excellent and very readily acceptable by the users. And I speak from experience. Okay, take care. Bye bye.